You understand, yeah. I'd do anything just to hold you in my arms. Try to make you laugh. Somehow I can't put you in the past. I do it. Hey guys, how's it going? It is I, the real Randy Chavez. I'm coming at you today with a Veve OMI update video, OMI utility article. Guys, if you're new, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. I love you all. Everyone say hello to Dashi. Hello, Dashi. And then also, everyone check out Star Helix, Kyle Willson, Veve Vault on YouTube, and at EQ_crypto, at Not Star Helix, and at Hey David Don on the Twitter. I need my phone to do this. Why? Because the OMI utility article came out, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. So I will get to everyone's questions at some point. I just gotta... This is a 10-minute read, so most likely it's going to take a while. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna read it all once, and then I'm gonna go back again, and then I'm gonna break it all down. So this, I probably should just be a video, but we'll do live. Let's see. Any questions, let me know. I'll get to them at some point. OMI Utility Program, or OUP, Oscar Uniform Papa, is a system designed to give OMI token holders added utility and benefits within the Veve app. And we're incredibly excited to share the initial outline with you. So I guess this is just the initial outline, similar to, I guess, the Master Collector program. This is just the first iteration, and most likely it'll just go and we'll have more as time goes on, and they might adjust it. Oh, if this is the first time you're hearing about OMI, please take a look at Veve. Potsy Weber says, "Let's get this bread! $5 overtime, let's go!" Sorry, excuse me. Please look at Veve token system and OMI utility to get started. If you're already an OMI homie, you know this outline has been long awaited, and sincerely thank you for your support, patience, and level 9,000 hodl. I swear to God, that's what it says. It says level 9,000. It's over 9,000. Okay. With that said, this is our first iteration of our OUP, and to quote Agent Smith, "It is inevitable the model will evolve. As always, we look forward to your continued feedback." And Journey 231OB or 2310B with that super chat. Thank you so much from the Canada, I see. Our brothers to the north. Please note, this is a work in progress. The information below is an initial outline of the various elements in the OMI utility program. Details are subject to change based on development and feedback, and if you have questions and or suggestions about any of the below, you can submit your feedback on the feedback form. OMI x Veve. Veve is a mobile-first app offering a digital collectibles experience with products from many of the world's biggest brands. OMI is a utility token that underpins transactions within Veve, and thanks to the OUP, token holders can soon use their tokens within Veve to help grow their digital collections. I cannot wait to be able to take some OMI and just buy everything with it. When OMI moons, of course. If you're new to the fam, OMI was envisioned 3 years ago and minted in May of 2019. Since then, the crypto and NFT industries have rapidly developed, enabling new uses, designs, and capabilities for tokens and their underlying economic models. While the underlying token model hasn't changed, we've been incredibly fortunate to gather feedback from our community, OMI fam, Veve fam, etc. Hearts, since the launch of Veve alongside user data from the in-app experience. With that information in hand, we have shaped the range of utilities for OMI token and the Veve digital collectibles experience to help you build your digital collections and to have more fun. Can't heckin' wait. So I guess now we're getting into it. The MCP. Master Collector Program is a loyalty program designed to reward active Veve collectors. It will be available to all users, and through the MCP, collectors can level up by being an active Veve collector, completing objectives, all while gaining benefits and rewards in a quest to reach the highest level, the Master Collector. The OUP is separate from the MCP. However, the OUP runs as a parallel program that is geared towards OMI-related features within Veve. The reason for this is to ensure the MCP rewards collectors for collecting, and as such, MCP levels must be earned rather than paid. Okay, alright, so I guess that's more of hodling than anything. However, both the Master Collector Program and OMI Utility Program offer collectors and token holders the opportunity to both increase their MCP level by way of in-app interactivity, as well as additional advantages offered via the OUP, detailed below. Learn more about the MCP. Alright, OMI Utility Overview. The OMI token offers extended features within the Veve app, introducing new audiences to the token itself, and potentially crypto in general. As such, OMI will be integrated into key areas of the Veve experience. And here is the top 5. Staking program. Secondary market trading with OMI. An OMI drop raffle. Premium market listings. And accessory purchases. So, alright, let's see what we got here. The staking program is obvious. We stake OMI, we get rewards, probably in the Master Collector program. Secondary market trading with OMI, we're able to buy NFTs with OMI. OMI drop raffle, that I'm guessing is just you buy raffle tickets with OMI, and then hopefully you get picked on that raffle, and then you're able to get guaranteed NFTs. You still have to pay for them, but at least they're guaranteed. And the premium market listings, most likely is how you see sponsored ads on eBay, where you just pay for it to be kind of like shown across, the first of everyone, of all the listings. And then accessory purchases, most likely that's going to be in the Veveverse, like furniture or more land or a bigger house, that type of thing. OMI staking program. If you're new to crypto, you've probably heard the term staking thrown around, but may not fully understand it. Staking is simply a way to earn rewards for holding a certain cryptocurrency or token, aka staking gives you a chance to put your tokens to work. Again, my friend Dan used to tell me, listen, think of your money as little soldiers, and their job is to send that money out, and they come back with more soldiers. The OMI staking program offers Veve-related benefits to OMI holders while actively removing OMI from the circulating supply. Makes a whole bunch of sense. Benefiting the overall tokenomics, staking is available in 3 tiers. All right. Each tier offering additional and exciting benefits within Veve. Okay, staking tiers. Beginning at tier 1, staking will become immediately accessible to all collectors after OMI-related features are enabled. To advance to the next tier, the holder must stake the required amount of OMI for a predetermined period of time before attaining the next tier, where they can choose a fast track. Okay, so tier 1, staking will become immediately accessible to all collectors. So that I think we all just start out at tier 1, which is interesting. After OMI-related features are enabled, okay? And I guess that's so weird. So to advance to the next tier, we have to stake for a certain amount of time. Again, well, hopefully this gets more explained a little bit more better. Fast Track says, if you don't want to wait for the required staking period to expire to move to the next tier, you can fast track your way there by burning a specified amount of OMI. Okay, all right, here we go. Tier 1, the OMI Homie, is OMI Homie 3D profile badge. All right, that's pretty cool. I like badges. Deadpool, again, likes badges as well. Why did he side with Tony Stark when he had in Captain America Civil War? Deadpool sided with Tony because Tony gave him a badge. That was pretty much it. I digress. So $1,000 of OMI, so that $1,000 of OMI is not even a million OMI. It's not even a 250,000 OMI. So a lot of people can do that. Accessory purchase with OMI. Oh, so fast track, you put another 25%, so a total of $1,250 of that OMI, and then you get the premium market listings with OMI, and you just lock it up for 30 days. Oh, so you could just lock up consistently at 12,000 OMI, or $12,000 worth of OMI, which is like $2 million, and that's $12,000 worth of OMI, which is like right now 1 point something million OMI. You lock it for 30 days and a percentage bonus on all points earned. Oh, that's beautiful. Tier 2, the OMI Millionaire. The O Millionaire. Everything in Tier 1, plus you get the O Millionaire 3D and profile badge, okay? Additional percent bonus on all points earned. Access to OMI drop raffle. So in order to go in the drop raffle, you have to do this. You have to stake $5,000 worth of OMI for a total of 60 days. So for 2 months, you have to stake that. And if you want to fast track to the next tier, it's another $1,250. So actually what you need to do so far is $1,250 just to get to tier 2, $1,250, and then another $5,000 on top of that. So that is $6,250 plus another $1,250 to fast track to tier 3. So that would be $6,250? So $7,500. So we're at $7,500 right now worth of OMI. That's about 10 million or so OMI, give or take, right now. Actually, no, I'm sorry. 7,500. That is about 1 million worth of OMI. Maybe like 1.2, 1.3 right now. So that's not a lot. That's really not a lot at all. Considering some people have like tens of millions or hundreds of millions. But you get secondary market trading in OMI. Okay, all right, here we go. So the secondary market trading in OMI means you could buy NFTs with OMI, and you're also going to be able to sell those NFTs for OMI. So that's really, really good. And 0.5% OMI market transaction fee for the buyer. I'm not sure what that means. If that 0.5 OMI market transaction fee is, it says for the buyer, is that given to you if you sell it for OMI? Like you get part of the fee? That would be really interesting. So it's 0.5% OMI market transaction fee for the buyer. Or maybe that means instead of paying the 2.5% or however much percent that's what you pay. I would need clarification on that. But tier 3, the OMI 1 Kenobi, I love how they made it tier 3, is to stake $10,000 worth of OMI. So we'd be at about $17,500 right now. And you lock it up for a period of 90 days, which is just a couple months. And the fast track 25% is another $2,500 worth of OMI. So so you only have to lock up $20,000 worth of OMI, which is really not a lot. Again, to some people. Again, why I want like a bigger staking, like 10 million OMI, like 70, is for whales. I don't want people that have 300 million OMI to dump, but I digress. So with this, you get everything in tier 2, and you get an OMI 1 Kenobi 3D and profile badge. I can't wait for that. Additional percent bonus on all points earned. Display mint number next to the NFTs in the showroom. That's really cool, especially for people that collect low mint numbers. I don't, but other people will. It'll be awesome. Rent collectibles. Okay, so in order to rent your collectibles out, or I guess to rent other people's collectibles, you have to be in tier 3. I would say renting them out, because it really wouldn't make much sense. Like, oh, you can't rent other people's collectibles out unless you're in tier. You'd probably want to rent them out to everyone. Unlimited showrooms. Okay. So the unlimited showroom is like, take your whole showroom, rearrange it the way you want, and then you get another showroom, take your collectibles and just redo. Oh my god, that's so cool. Oh god, so expanded AR features. I'm really curious what that is. And 0.25% OMI market transaction. So I think what that means is if you're locking up your OMI for 60 days in tier 2, you only have to pay 0.5% for the OMI market transaction fee. And if you're staking in tier 3, you only have to pay 0.25% of the OMI market transaction fee. I'm pretty sure that's what that means. Whereas you pay the full percent of transaction fees if you're in tier 1 or not, and then tier 2 you pay a little bit less, and tier 3 you pay even less. That would be, oh my god, it's fantastic. The withdraw / breakage fee. The OMI staking program, excuse me, is designed to benefit collectors within the app, while token holders also benefit from reduced circulating supply. In order to earn these benefits, you must stake or lock your tokens for a predetermined amount of time. However, we understand that circumstances change, and during that time, you may need to access your tokens. As such, you'll be able to withdraw your stake before the staking period has elapsed. If you choose to do so, there'll be a 10% fee, which will be burned. Oh my goodness. So if you lock up, which again, you're only locking up if you do all 3 of these tiers to the full extent, $20,000 worth of OMI. That's all. Oh, God. So really only if they withdraw and they're doing the full amount, $2,000 worth of OMI will be burned, which isn't a ton, but it's still, better than nothing. If you do not need to withdraw your tokens early, they will become available again to withdraw at no charge once the staking period has elapsed. However, it is important to note you will lose your staking tier and benefits upon withdrawing your stake, regardless of #when. Okay, secondary market trading. Collectors who are enrolled in the OUP via the staking program will have the option to buy and sell their Veve digital collectibles in the Veve secondary market with OMI. In order to do so, the collectors must have their OMI wallet enabled from which OMI transactions are made. Okay, that makes sense. When a secondary market OMI purchase takes place, OMI will be transferred from the buyer's Veve OMI wallet to the seller's Veve OMI wallet, and on success, the NFT ownership is transferred to the buyer. All right, that's perfect, just like gems, but with OMI. Regulation compliance. As global regulations of the NFT and cryptocurrency industries continue, so too does the necessity to implement KYC, AML procedures. As a result, collectors wishing to transact with OMI in the secondary marketplace will need to pass KYC to participate. Okay, so the know your customer, they're going to need to go. And again, the market fees, 2.5 to 8.5%, will continue to apply for OMI-based market. One important point to note is the market fees must be paid in gems. Okay, so I like that. I don't want to pay more OMI. So the market fees must be paid in gems, as these fees cover the external costs Veve incurs, such as licensor fees. The decision to pay market fees in gems has been implemented, so Veve is not required to sell down OMI to cover these costs and prevent sell pressure on the token, giving the high market activity. Okay. Now, OMI market transaction fee, whilst the seller is required to pay the market fees in gems, the buyer will also be required to contribute a small portion of the OMI transaction to the burn wallet. Oh, okay. Oh, that's good. While the seller, the one who's selling it, is required to pay the market fees in gems, the buyer, if I'm buying something, will also be required to contribute a small portion of the OMI transaction to the burn wallet. And that's right at the circulating supply. To reduce the circulating supply of the token, thus contributing to token scarcity and the overall tokenomics. Dude, the second-hand market is going to be so heckin' legit that I cannot wait to see that OMI daily burn. Example of gem transaction. NFT is sold in the market for $100. For 100 gems, subject to an 8.5% platform fee, which is 8.5 gems. When this purchase is complete, this triggers an OMI flow where $8.50 worth of the OMI tokens are moved from the in-app reserved to the circulation of the burn wallet, which is to the burn wallet, I should say. The OMI transaction. In order to transact in OMI tokens, the buyer will already need to be enrolled in the OMI staking program, and the transaction will also burn OMI from the circulating supply. Using the above example, and depending on the staking tier, the buyer will be subject to a burning fee of 0.5% burn fee, which is 50 cents worth of OMI for tier 2, and then 0.25% fee, which is 25 cents worth of OMI for tier 3. So not a ton, but I'm still really curious. Again, that's not a lot of OMI, but I think that'll definitely all add up, especially for the smaller items, and especially for stuff where we just go and, oh, hey, guess what? We have suddenly, instead of 1 million people on the app, we would have 3 million, 5 million, 10 million people on the app. Our drop raffle. Oh, okay. Drop raffles give collectors a greater chance to obtain a specific collectible on an upcoming drop, which you can pay for in OMI. A percentage of additions of each rarity in a drop will be made available for our drop raffle. Users can participate in the drop raffle by using OMI tokens to purchase a drop raffle ticket. The more tickets a collector has relative to other drop raffle participants, the greater the chance of success. If we have like a secret rare Mew for Pokemon, oh God, I don't even know. I'll spend as much as I have to for those raffle tickets. The collector can buy drop raffle tickets using the OMI token. When the drop raffle closes, winners will be randomly selected from the pool of ticket holders. Those successful in the drop raffle can purchase their chosen collectible, and the OMI for all drop raffle tickets the winner purchase will be burned. Okay, so if you decide to say, hey, this secret rare Mew, which only has 500 copies, I'm gonna burn 100,000 OMI to make sure I get it. That would be pretty legit. Because again, if OMI's 10 cents, well, 1 million OMI is $100,000. So 100,000 OMI is $10,000. I don't know if I'd do that. I might just buy the Mew at that point. But if you can get it, like guaranteed to get it, collectors who are unsuccessful in the drop will get 100%. Oh my God, this is perfect. So even if you don't get the drop, you get your OMI. I'll do this all the time. I'll be betting 100,000 OMI all the time, because if I don't get it, I get my OMI returned to me. That's insane. But the winners, again, in order to beat me for that Pokemon, you're gonna have to put in a couple 100,000 OMI in there. That all gets burned. Oh my God! If you have something crazy, like you're gonna have hundreds. Oh my God, that's gonna be nuts. And people with a bunch of OMI, they'll just be like, I don't care, I want one. Again, I'm talking people with hundreds of millions of OMI will be spending hundreds of thousands of OMI just to get those raffles. How it works. At a set time before a drop, the OUP drop raffle will open to those collectors in OMI staking tier 2 or higher. Okay? So maybe like 10 minutes before drop or whatever. The collector can choose which collectible and rarity they want to buy drop raffle tickets for. Number of collectors competing for a collectible will be shown. Oh, so you get to see how much other people you're competing against. But the number of drop raffle tickets will not be known. Okay. OUP drop raffle will close short time before the drop, and successful collectors will be notified. The winner must claim the collectible before the drop takes place. That makes sense. If the collectible is not claimed before the drop, it is returned to the public drop pool. When winning a collectible is claimed, the collector is prompted to make the payment in gems, not in OMI. Okay. And the collectible will be delivered to their collection post-drop. Oh, I guess because that'd be gambling otherwise, so that's why. Either way, it doesn't matter, because however much OMI you're risking, you're betting, that's burned if you get it. Oh, that's beautiful. Accessories. Within the store, various accessories will be made available for purchase using OMI tokens. Accessories that can be purchased with OMI will generally be non-branded, high-edition items, allowing collectors to trick out their showrooms, like kind of pimp my ride, pimp your showroom. OMI that is spent on accessories is burned. Oh my God. If we're able to get, I want Chavez, like, there's already a Chavez Topia in Earth 2. I guarantee you I'm going to make a Chavez Topia in the Veveverse, and I'm going to pimp out this house. I'm going to make it 100 floors high. It's going to be Sword Art Online and this mother flapper. All right, moving on. Premium market listings. Collectors can choose to spend OMI on premium market listings that display before. I would have totally done this. I finally sold my bubbles today. Also, by the way, I got another 500,000 OMI, so I got more. I have 115.5 now. Collectors can choose to spend OMI on premium market listings that display before non-premium listings for any given collectible. So if you're really in a rush to sell your stuff, display it before anything else. To prevent the market from being overrun with premium listings, only a percentage of the premium listings can be listed for the same collectible. Premium listings will be featured on the market landing screen. OMI that is spent on the premium market listing is burned. So if you say, hey, I need to put this out there, and you put a couple thousand OMI into it, or how, God, there's this, and this is right from the circulating supply. Roadmap. Okay. To make the OMI features available to collectors in an expedient manner, the OUP features will be rolled out in a series of phases, with each phase focusing on key aspects of the OUP. So phase 1 is the staking and tier structure. I'll do that right away. Phase 2 is the OMI drop raffle. Phase 3 is the secondary market trading in OMI. Phase 4 is accessories, premium market listings, and renting collectibles. That'll be in like a year or so in the Veveverse. Again, this is a work in progress plan. The information contained in this document is an initial outline of the various elements in the OMI utility program. Details are subject to change, blah, 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 blah. And that's it. All right, let's go. Let's get this bread. I'm 23 minutes behind already. Let's go to the comments. Peter VDB says, I'm hyped. Let's go. What's the dead midget? I've been missing you. How you doing, man? Saying finally. Leo Munaz says, sheesh. Energy. What's up? Whippets, Merry Christmas. It's Thanksgiving tomorrow. Milham says, yeah, boy. It says, what are you thinking on a scale of 1 to 10? Oh, God. Well, hype right now, my hype is really good. As far as that goes, I know better than to ask for a timeline, but I wish I knew roundabout when they would go through each phase. Again, right now, they're probably going to want to roll out MTL and finish up the immutable X transfer. MTL will get next month. The immutable X transfer, when we get on exchanges, will probably be in January, but maybe beforehand. Kurt says, yo, what up? Kurt says, let's get this bread. Early Christmas present. Kurt and Energy, give me those O's. All right. Crazy Dan 420 says, and the Akomi team comes through yet again, quickly silencing the FUD of the mob of haters and self-entitled complainers. Let's go, OMI homies. Yes, yes, yes. Daniel Lubovsky says, would someone explain to the uncool kids what level 9000 means? By the way, I'm one of the uncool kids. So yeah, back in the early Dragon Ball Z days, where Goku's powering up, and he's ready to fight Nappa and Vegeta. And he's like, Vegeta! Nappa just goes, Vegeta! What's the scouter say about his power level? And Vegeta crushes his scouter. Like, it's over 9,000! So that's what that means. It's a DBZ reference. General 69 says, let's freaking go! Let's get that bread! Energy giving me the hearts. Vita Soy says, what's up, Brandy? What's going on? Zayd Youssef, let's go! Let's go! Let's go! I was literally at a Friendsgiving, and I see the tweet, like, OMI utility article. I was like, guys, I gotta go. My people need me. So I put on my shoes, like, goodbye, guys. I love you all. I'll see you later. And that's where I am. Ginferno says, howdy. Howdy, howdy. Adam Gill says, what's up? Also, I read it all, so comments down below on what you think of it. Milham says, what's up, Randy? So stoked. I cannot wait to see this OMI burn when this happens. Oh my god, I can't wait. Potsy Weber, that $5 super chat, let's get this bread! And Journey to 310B with another super chat. Energy says DBZ level 9,000. Yes, it is. Henry Pagliuca says, yo, sorry so late. It's all good, buddy. It is not late where I am. Where we're going, time doesn't matter. OMI utility, I know. Kristen Ross says, dang, was hoping we could stake for more shares. Yeah, the good reason why we're not staking, and it's good that we're not staking for more shares or for more OMI, is because then they'd have to, that wouldn't be a deflationary token. It would just be, you could just get more of it, and it wouldn't really be fair to people with only, you know, a couple million, 10 million OMI, where I could stake 115 million OMI and just get a bunch. It wouldn't be fair for that. Giovanni says, hello, what's going on? OMI homie Mike Jack says, OB level status only hands. Says, did it say anything about transferring gems to OMI? You will not be able to transfer gems to OMI. That, again, because they would have to take OMI out of the reserve wallet and putting it into circulating supply. You'll never be able to do that. Mohammed Sufi says, staking program is a bit low in terms of how many OMI you have to lock up. Yeah, I know. It's not a lot at all. And actually, the amount of OMI will become less as the price goes up. So I really wish there was another. And honestly, even if I'm not one of them, even if they say like, hey, you have to stake 10 million OMI or 50 million OMI to get a guaranteed plot of land, and let's say that's too much for me, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't mind, because I want a lot of OMI, you know, locked up for the whales. You don't actually get more OMI for staking. No, you do not. Again, because that would make OMI would plummet. Like, the price of OMI would plummet if suddenly we're allowed to stake. And again, that's fine for people with a couple million OMI, but when you have me that has 115 million OMI and suddenly I'm getting like 10 million OMI a month, that is not good. That is not good for the coin. And also, you know, you have people that really outclass me, like have hundreds of millions, if not billions of OMI. So it's really not, you don't want that. What's up, Rowie One Kenobi? How's it going? John Robert Yellen says, oh, hey, Randy, 0330 here. Just delivered to a supermarket in my semi. Nice. Hoping I'm entertaining you. Wild's Journey says, where would the staking be available to do? The Veve app? Yes. Most likely it would just, again, that's how you're going to be able to buy from the secondary market, is being able to have OMI in your Veve app. I'll probably transfer that, or at least a little bit, $20,000 worth at some point. Homie Mike Jack says, I agree, Mohammed. Janal says, let's go! Arya says, I'll rewatch this tomorrow. I might rewatch this tomorrow. I don't know. Does that mean we have DBZ since they referenced? That's a good point. I think they were just being facetious. I know Reese wrote this, I think. Let's see what we got here. And level 9,000. I think that was just being, you know, nerd-like, weeb-like reference. But maybe it could be. If David were to write this, yeah, absolutely. Omar says, Revel Alex is live on Twitter Space. Oh, that's probably a good Twitter Space. I'll probably join after this. Dutton says, 1.5 million, the highest tier. I'm feeling large. I know, right? Jason Sand says, yeah, like 1.5, depends on the price of OMI. OMI my says, facts, Justin. Feeling pretty good. Jason Sand says, if OMI hits a penny, it's only 1 million. 1 million what? Yeah. I mean, yeah. John Robert Yellen says, easy peasy. Got 3.15 mil, but what's 20K? I wonder if it'll be the highest tier. I'm great. Yeah, that's the 20K is if you do tier 1 and you fast track to tier 2 and you stake all tier 2 and you fast track to tier 3. That is what you need about 20K. But I don't know, like it was 17.5, but then they said another 2,500 to fast track. But you're already at tier 3, so there's really nothing to fast track you to tier 4. There's no tier 4, to my knowledge. 30-minute Patreon member shout out. I woke up, it was 7. I waited till 11 just to figure out that no one would call. I think I've got a lot of friends, but I don't hear from them. What's another night all alone? When you're spending every day on your own, and here it goes. I'm just a kid, and my life is a nightmare. I'm just a kid, I know that it's not fair. Okay, moving on. Justin, give me those hands. Jason Zahn says, you have to burn $2,500 worth of OMI to go to level 3 immediately. It doesn't say burn. I don't think it said burn. I think it just said to stake up that original. Yeah, you fast track, you have to lock up, I guess, another 25% from tier 1 to tier 2, which is $250 worth of OMI. Again, I would love it if they said burn it. I'll burn it. I don't care. I'll burn the extra $1,250 worth of OMI to get to tier 3. But the fast track tier 3 says 25% or $2,500 worth of OMI. So I don't know if that's... Again, we'd need clarification to see if that's burning or not. But that's very, very interesting. Moving on. Excuse me. My Jess says, welcome to the level Obi, everyone. Obi-Wan can... Yeah, welcome. Oh, dude, that's so cool that they named that. Well, it says OMI-1 Kenobi. So OMI. So it's Oscar, Mike, India. OMI-1 Kenobi. That is a level. Omar Kasaja says, next week there's an AMA. Is there? Didn't we just... Oh, yeah. Yeah, we just had one. It's not going to be this week, so next week. Wabo says, wait, I thought you can go straight to tier 3 and get the benefits after 90 days. I think you get the benefits right away. You just have to lock it up saying for 90 days. Because again, they don't care. They would almost want you to take that OMI out because then they get to burn 10% of it. Which at that point is like $2,000 worth of OMI. So yeah, very exciting. Very, very exciting. Yeah, you can if you burn $2,500 worth of OMI, Woba. Oh, I guess. Which is fine. I'll do that. Because again, like what happens at tier 3? Well, not only do you get the additional percent bonus of all points earned for the Master Collector program, so these two kind of overlap a little bit. You get that OMI-1 Kenobi 3D and profile badge. You display the mint number next to the NFTs. That's more for like veiny stuff. But you can rent your collectibles. I shouldn't have sold all my collectibles. I still have a bunch. I still have like 30-something sets left. But I'm ready. Like, so be advised, guys. If they announce Pokemon, I am currently ready in gems to spend 5 figures. $10,000. Boom. Right there. If we wait until like January, February, or whatever, if we are at 5 cents per OMI by the time they announce Pokemon, I'll spend $100,000 worth of Pokemon. Like $100,000 worth of OMI for Pokemon, hand up to God, hand up to whoever the heck you choose to pray to. I will, if we are at 5 cents per OMI by the time we're able to buy Pokemon NFTs, if they're like the statues, or if they're like NFTs that are gonna, whatever, you have my word. I will spend $100,000 worth of OMI on that, which at the time would probably be roughly 2% of my net worth. It's a lot. Yeah, that's just on Pokemon. But if they announce it only in the next like couple weeks, I only have like 10,000 gems, so I was only being able to do that. But yeah, and that's not including the OMI I would burn to get guaranteed drops for like a secret rare or whatever. A lot of it would be for the common and uncommon though, because again, if you're able to rent them, and I have like a bunch of them. Withdrawal breaker. Okay, derp. I'm not reading this again. I just you can't transfer gems to OMI. You cannot transfer gems to OMI. Samuel Niaz Bakshi says, I've got 500,000 OMI. Can I stake? That's roughly about $3,500 worth. You would probably be able... You can do tier 1. So you'll be able to get the OMI Homie 3D profile badge, accessory purchases with OMI, premium market listings with OMI, and bonus on all Master Collector program points earned. So yes, you can for tier 1. And Chawbell says, Randy, is this what you expected? Better or worse? I would say that a lot of this is what I expected, What I was hoping for was something that would get whales to really to lock up their tokens for a while. All of these are only locking up for 30, 60, or 90 days. Not a lot in my opinion. I would hope they would add maybe a tier 4, like whales, like Mega Whale, like Whale Lord, it's a Pokemon reference. I was hoping they would do that because, again, $20,000 worth of OMI staking is... I get it. It's in the 5 figures. But when you have people that have hundreds of million or billions of OMI, that is nothing. And not that they would dump. Again, if you have that much OMI, you're probably pretty smart. And you probably know, okay, I will sell this in increments, every couple of 5 or 10 cents. I'll sell, like another 10 million or whatever, just because that's what you want to do. But I really wish there were like whale staking options. So you can go in and you can say, oh, hey, well, even if I'm not able to be the one to go and participate in it, if it was bigger than me, that's fine. Also, I'm going to give myself a like. If everyone else could like, that'd be pretty cool. That'd be pretty awesome if y'all could do that. So Dan, that's kind of my answer to that. I hope that helps. Omi Queen says article's a little weak. Again, this is the first iteration of the article. For what it is right now, I like it. I like the fact, and I feel like they're really underplaying, whether intentional or not. I feel like not the accessories that we're going to be able to buy with OMI, the high mint accessories that, let's say there's hundreds of thousands of them, like whatever they are, whether they're plants for your house or they're statues that aren't NFTs, that they just go around so you could pimp out your stuff. Again, if we all start out with a basic house on our land, if people choose to get land, that is going to be a flex. I don't know if you'll be able to do this, but if I have 2 plots of land, well, I don't want my house on one plot of land and another house on another. I want to build a mega plot. And then maybe I guess that house would be disbanded if you were to sell one of those plots, or you would probably have to sell both to get that. I don't think you'd be able to take your house with you. Or maybe you could. I don't know. That'd probably have to do between the seller and whatever. If the buyer wants the land, like, I don't care about the house. Take the house. I don't want your house. Again, so a lot of this does have to be figured out, but I guarantee you one of the biggest burns for OMI is going to be the accessories. People are just going to I'm just going to be like, I'm going to make Chavez Topia the greatest mother flapping land in all of you. Like, again, is there going to be stuff better than mine? Of course. Absolutely. But I don't want there to be. I want that. I made this mistake in Earth 2 where I did not get the Statue of Liberty. Statue of Liberty was bought by a South Korean for $65,000. I wanted that to stay in American hands. I'll probably buy that back at some point, when OMI moons. But for this, there's probably going to be a YouTuber city also, but I want a Chavez Topia and the citizens of Chavez Topia, again, whether it's Earth 2 or Veveverse, to be able to say like, oh, I'm part of the Chavez Topia guild or the Chavez Topia, city, whatever. And I want to pimp it out. I will do, if, let's say somebody, they just got a piece of land and they can't afford to like pimp it out. Well, I can't have you be an eyesore on the block. What do you want? Do you want a plant? Do you want like topiaries? What do you want? I'll get it for you. If that's what you want, it's like, hey, I just bought this and that's really all I can afford. And you want a bigger house? Okay, I want every house on my block to have minimum of 2 stories. Oh, I can do that. Don't quote me on that. I guess you can. Arjun Singh says, do you need to have $10,000 worth of OMI to be in tier 3, or can you just stake the required amount of days? Oh, that's a good point. Let's take a look-see. If you don't fast track, that's $1,000, and then another fast track. No, you can't. You would have to stake $6,000 still, wait 30 days, and then you can get into tier 2, and then you'd have to. So you would be able to get tier 2 is done with at $6,000 if you don't fast track. But then in order to get into tier 3, you would need an additional $10,000 worth of OMI on top of that. And that's if you don't fast track. Curse says need more OMI. Dan Trouble says the tiers seem reasonable and aren't crazy out of reach for people. Yes, for most people this is good. It was just the whales that I'm not concerned about. I wish there was more for. Crystal Stroud. Just says, what's the yield? We do not get more OMI for staking OMI. Insane says, it's fair, but I don't like that you can only trade in OMI when you're staking. What do you mean that you can only trade in OMI when you're staking? If you can further elaborate on that, that'd be great. Jason Zahn says, Randy isn't a smart man. Why am I not a smart man? Whoever says LOL. Insane says, because you have to get OMI first to sell your NFT to get more OMI. Actually, yeah, that's a good point. That is a good point. Yeah, if you can only... Yeah, that's a good point. You can't get... Maybe they'll fix that at some point, because how do they expect you to get more OMI if you can't... Well, at that point, you're going to be able, even though you can't sell gems for OMI, you can be able to take out your gems into your currency, and with your local currency, you can add money to Coinbase and buy Bitcoin, and probably at that point, hopefully in the near future, Coinbase has OMI. I mean, there's going to be a lot more listings, so it won't always be a 20-step process to get OMI. It'll be a lot easier in the future. Jason Zahn says, it's less than 20K, buddy. I don't think you understand. Well, it's 1,000 for tier 1, and if you want to fast track to tier 2, it's another 250, so that's 1,250. Then 5,000, so you're at 6,250 for tier 2, and if you want to fast track into tier 3, that's another 1,250. So you're looking at, what was it? So that's 7,500. And 7,500, that's just for tier 2. But for tier 3, you need 10,000. So that's 10,500. And then it's giving you another fast track option for an additional 2,500. So that'd be about 20,000 if you want to do all of them at once. There are a couple of things I'm good at, not a lot. That is, again, determining which companies are undervalued, hand-to-hand combat, and I'm a pretty decent kisser. But I would say math, I'm going to add a fourth. Math is the other thing I'm pretty good at. So, I mean, I've done the math a few times already. Almar Casada says, expanded AR feature will be mentioned next week. Yeah, I'm really curious to see what that means for the expanded AR features. We got Meet Kevin and Graham Staven taught me everything. Says, this guy went live right when it came out. Just did a video on it as well, if any of you want to give it a like. For our OMI homie. Way to plug. Respect. Dan Chabel says, at Insane, what do you mean? Can you buy and sell into gems while staking OMI? Is that what he meant? I don't know. Because you have to get OMI first to sell it. You can buy and sell into gems while staking OMI. No, I think what he's saying is that you can only buy and sell your NFTs for OMI, I think, if you are in tier 1. But again, that's only $1,000 worth of OMI, which I get is a lot. It says accessory. Oh no, that's accessory purchases with OMI and premium market listings. So the secondary market trading in OMI, you actually need tier 2, and for that, the secondary market trading in OMI, I don't know if that would mean to buy. I think that means both, to be able to buy and sell, buy an OMI and sell your collectibles for OMI. So I get what he's saying, that, if you don't have $7,500 worth of OMI and you can't afford that, then you have to be able to sell your collectibles for gems, take that out, and then once you take it out, then put it on, an exchange that has OMI and then buy it that way. So it's a little more steps and it is a little bit annoying. But again, if we want people to stake, which we do, we need stuff like that. Mohammed Sufi says, haha, yeah, I like Randy, but this isn't the best way of explaining the tier system. Why would you stake in all 3 tiers when you could choose just one rent? I think it's, and again, I could be wrong, but I think in order to get to one, you have to go to another. Again, that's just my way of reading it. Maybe I'm wrong and you wouldn't have to do that. You could maybe just go... But again, what's the point of doing the fast track if you don't want to wait for the required staking period to expire? Yeah, so apparently what you have to do to move to the next tier, you have to stake for 30 days. It says fast track. If you don't want to wait for the required staking period to expire to move to the next tier, you can fast track your way there by burning a specified amount of OMI. and that's burn, which is fantastic. So if you don't want to wait the 30 days for that $1,000 worth of OMI, you can burn an additional $250 worth of OMI, and then you can go and steer stake in tier 2. And then same thing, if you don't want to wait the 60 days to get into tier 3, you can burn another $1,250 worth of OMI, so $1,500 total, to go right into tier 3. Again, that's what I'm thinking. So yeah, I'd be curious to see what the $2,500 worth of OMI is for tier 3 though, because again, there's no tier 4 as of yet. Justin says, where do you stake on OMI? Can you just use multiple accounts to stake more? There's a limit. You probably can do multiple accounts, although they will have KYC at this point, so I don't know if they'll actually let you. Or maybe they will. I don't know. But right now, it's probably just going to be on the app. Giovanni Day says, damn, will y'all just chill out and let him go through the article? Sheesh. Oh, yeah, this is still, this is like 30 minutes ago. And speaking of which, we got another super chat. It says, Wes, for $1.99, saying, they will probably add tiers as time goes on. That's possible, too. That is very possible. I am okay with that. I'm 100% okay with that. Again, this is just the first iteration. Wes is correct. Ho, you are correct, sir. Oh, wow, there's a lot. There's a lot here. All right, going back. Yuda Israel says, reading comprehension is definitely a skill. Yes, it is. Kurt says, fire, baby, fire. Well, says, why do one want to buy with OMI if you have to pay more fee? Or did I miss something? No, I guess if you, for the tier 3 or whatever, you, instead of paying the 2.5% fee, you actually only pay 0.5% fee or a 0.25% fee. Again, if I'm reading that correctly. And again, if you're a buyer, you want to pay less. OMI Queen says, does the article mention other projects using the OMI token? It does not. David had mentioned that on the AMA last week on Friday. Thank you guys for 50 likes. That means the world. And with that, he just said we're hoping to get third-party apps to use that, which of course you would hope for at some point. I don't think they have one like business that'll say like, hey, you can pay part of your bill in OMI, but that's just like somebody that they know, I guess, the founders, and it's not. I don't think it's this giant Fortune 500 company. I think it's just a local like electronic repair shop or something. It's very similar to saying that, oh, hey guys, I'm selling Pokemon cards for OMI, which of course I have done before. Moving on. Just says, are you referring to an ERC20 fee? Please no. It doesn't say anything about ERC20. It's just a transaction fee for the buyer. And saying that, Dan Shawbell, you have to be enrolled in the OUP. Only then can you buy/sell OMI. But what if I have a big collection and I want OMI? I firstly have to go to Bit4x, buy some, and only then. Yeah, it's a good point. Aaron Huave says, all of this OUP may as well just be MCP. It is different. It does seem to overlap a little bit, but it is different. Josh C says, FYI, live notification isn't showing. I'm not 100% sure why. Well, I'll figure that out at some point. Zayd Youssef says, we pay 0.5% for tier 2 and 0.25% for tier 3 when you buy a collectible. Yes. Insane says, I can sell. Yeah, I mean, you could sell one or two of your collectibles, get the certain amount of money that you need withdrawn in order to buy OMI, in order to stake, and then you can do that. So yeah. UC Nifty says, when renting collectibles. They didn't say when, but honestly, I'm going to guess that's probably either late next year, if not 2023. Because, again, you would need to have, like, what's the reason to have certain collectibles? I guess you could have them as your avatars, maybe, in the VVverse. And if they have that, then I would say go and get that as soon as possible. We could probably get that next year. But if it's just meant for games, like, hey, there's only certain games you can play if you have this collectible, then you could rent them out. I really should have kept some of these collectibles. And I'll get a bunch at some point. But most of the ones I want are Pokemon. I'm really hoping that Pokemon are going to be a high number of mints, so I can just get a bunch of them. It's not really going to be fun if there's only a couple hundred, a couple thousand mints. I really want a lot of them. Recovery says this will make more sense when it's implemented in a later year. Again, a lot of this will probably be next year, and then that renting of collectibles probably be either late next year or 2023. And Zane says, I think that spaces many people out of the OMI market. I would prefer everyone could sell their collectibles in OMI, but only enrolled in OEP can buy. That might make sense too. Again, I see both sides of it. Yeah, man, yeah, it's rough. Yeah, that does make, maybe they will do that at some point. Everyone can sell, but only people that are enrolled can buy. Again, they might have a better explanation. Kick and Base says, y'all catch a level 9,000 hint. DBZ on the way. Maybe. Just says Kick and Base. Stidwax says, imagine Pokemon NFTs that have a chance of being shiny after receiving it. Oh my god, if they do that, one out of every 8,069 or something would be shiny. People would pay so much for that shiny. I'd probably pay double. Because that'd technically be a 1 of 1. Trillium says, love it. Mohammed Sufi says, Drought Raffle will burn a lot of OMI. Yeah, I think so too. OMI pumping right now. Is it? Selfie King? Is it? Let's see. Oh, God bless me. Let's go to the Bit4X and see where we are. I'm trying to see where we are, but oh no! Oh my god, that green candle. Those. My god. Like. that was big. That was huge. I guess we ate through that. We had like a $56 million sell or $56 million OMI sell order yesterday. Oh god. Alex is live, and my name was mentioned for having a good bag of OMI. Thanks, Alex. That's great. And thank you, Omar, for messaging me that. Oh god, I can't spell today. All right, let's see what we got here. Wubba Wubba says Kick and Base. Heck yeah. They also used Agent Smith, so Matrix coming. Oh. Dun says the little pumps are so cute. I love it, man. I love any time it pumps. Hey, Connor. Omi Queen says it's pumping, but it'll drop back down. Honestly, I expect it to mostly trade sideways until we get exchanges in January. Dr. Doom says, I've said this countless times. Token will one day be fractional. People will be buying a percentage of an OMI token one day. 100%. It's a full-blown ecosystem, and this is just from Veve. I think you're right. I think you're absolutely correct. Selfie King says, better than the little dumps. 100%. Omar Kasada says, I agree, it will drop down some. I mean, it's been trading between 0.0083 and 0.006 for some time. It'll probably continue to do that for a month and a half, 2 months, who knows. Yuda Israel says, Wubba Wubba Nifty's NFTs has the Matrix dropping on the 30th, so I don't know. Oh, that is interesting. Gooseneck says, who else is buying OMI right now? I bought a little before. So yeah, I have an extra 500,000. So it's 115.5K. It will probably take me until late December to get 116 if I can get it, because again, I do have to save for other stuff, but yeah. Mohammed Zubi says, yeah, it'll drop back. This program is so far from being ready to implement. And that's the other thing. This won't be implemented for a while as well. So that's a good point. Meet Kevin Graham says, if you stake in tier 3, you get all the other tiers benefits. Yes, you do. Dr. Doom says, it won't moon until features are actually implemented. Features are not. You just got to get on more exchanges. So it'll be then. And Kevin says, I just need that much OMI. I'm only $750. You got it. I think you can get this bread. As you work and as you get more, it'll happen for you. Wubba Wubba says, at Yuta Israel, I don't think Nifty will have premium 3D collectibles. It's another good point. Planet Vampire says, so many burns, you'll be thinking you got the herb. That's good. That was good. That made me laugh. Made Dr. Doom laugh also. Dan Shawbell says, in summary, the biggest benefit is an insane amount of OMI will be burned, thus increasing the value of OMI. Yes, if you're an OMI token holder, you're going to benefit from this. I don't know why this is stuck. Okay, there we go. That's a good point, Dan. Me Kevin says he is straight up reading it. Let's go. yeah, I was reading it. I had a lot to do. Yoda Israel says Ubaru, they are made with meta humans from Unreal. I don't even know what that means. MBZ says this is good news for hodlers. It is. Me Kevin says, and the staking will remove from the circulating too, so that's helping as well. 100%. Christian Ross says, does $1 OMI seem realistic now? Yeah. I've always been a proponent of $1. I was always saying like, yeah, it's gonna happen one day. Recovery says, I'm worried that Randy has all his money in OMI. He's a good guy and wouldn't want him to lose everything. The economy's in a major bubble right now. Like what type of bubble? Like stock market bubble, a housing bubble, a crypto bubble? Like, again, if it doesn't work out, we go into a bear market beforehand, I can just go back to work. I could do military contracting. I could do whatever it is that, because I'm not selling. I'm not going to sell. Trillium says, 1:45 in the morning here in Argentina, but this got me hyped. MBZ says, yeah, dollar prediction, please. 2020. I don't know. Let's say that we get to 25 cents before we go into a crypto winter or a bear market. So let's say at some point next year we get 25 cents and then we lose, I don't know, let's say 60%, and we go down to 10 cents. Oh, okay, that's fine. So decamillionaire at that point. If we go and we do that, and then we lose again like 60%, going down to 10 cents, and let's say it takes a couple years to go back up to 25%, and then in 2025, when there's another bull market, and that's when we go to $1. If we don't do it this bull cycle, which I don't think we will, although Crypto Rain has something else to say. Crypto Rain says that we shouldn't go to $1, but we probably will because people are going to FOMO in. Fair point. It might happen. I think that at the height of the next bull cycle, which would probably be 2025, but then again, who knows? We could get something where we're in a super cycle type of deal. So we're not sure. Nobody knows for sure. Ginferno says, I think this is now 20% cooler. Oh, Ginferno. I love you for that reference. Planet Vampire says, $10,000 of OMI will be nothing to many of us OGs soon. It's true. Enger Mealer says, when Immutable X? Well, apparently we're in phase 2 right now. Now, we've been told this before, but they put it out in a tweet. It wasn't like them saying it on a space. Like, oh, yeah, we're in phase 2. No, they said it out in a tweet. It's out there for everyone to read. They do not want to be caught with their pants down, like saying like, "Oh yeah, we're not in phase 2." So if they put it out in a tweet, pretty good bet that we're in there. So I originally thought we wouldn't get exchanges until mid-January, but it might be early January now, maybe even late December. But I'm going to say early January for exchanges. Joey Wheeler, what's going on? Says, pretty sure you misread the tier requirements, especially on the fast tracking, which requires burning the specified amount of OMI, not adding to the amount staked. Well, either way, you still have to put that up, and you still have to have that amount. But yeah, maybe I did. Did you like my Joey Wheeler accent? Dr. Doom says the OMI token is not in a bubble. It's probably the only one in crypto not in a bubble. Yeah, it's a lot of utility. Dr. Doom says it's not overvalued at 0.006. It's a very good point. Recovery says, when the stock market crashes, so will OMI. I mean, again, if the whole market crashes, Bitcoin, altcoins included, yeah, expect OMI to dip. A lot of everything will. But again, for what we've seen, or at least what I've seen in the markets before, what happened during the Rona, during that pandemic, the whole market took a tumble. But what happened? Most of them lost this much, went from here to here. Tesla, Square, Illumina, CRISPR, Lemonade went from here to here. And then as everyone else slowly recovered like this, Tesla and everyone else recovers like this. Why? Because disruptive and innovative companies flourish during bad times, during times of pandemic or times of hardship and sorrow and misery and woe. Why? Because that's just what happens. What is Veve? What is OMI? They're insanely disruptive. They are so vertically integrated. This is, yeah, again, I did not sell all of my Tesla stock, all of my Pokemon cards. And for those of you that are new here, it's not like I did it, oh yeah, now I have like $20,000. No, I had like $500,000, put all of it into OMI products. Again, mostly the coin, the OMI token, but some into NFTs as well. So I'm not dumb. I'm not wrong. Whether it's this bull market or next bear market, I'm betting a little bit on this in this bull market though. Kevin says, yeah, it does burn OMI to fast track. Yes. Justin says, please actually tell your friends my people need me sometime. I'm pretty sure I have before. We have a 1-hour Patreon member shout out, and it's going to be, sorry girl, but you missed out. Well, tough luck, that boy's mine now. We are more than just good friends. This is how the story ends. Too bad that you couldn't see the man that boy could be. There is more than meets the eye. I see the soul that is inside. Moving on here. Kevin Graham says, at Joe Wheeler. So, Amara, how's it going? Saying, hey, Randy. Braver Sensei says, what's your price prediction now, bro? It's still the same as before. I think as long as we get on exchanges in January, we should reach 2 cents by January. And as more people get into this, they do advertising, I'd say 3 to 5 cents by February. And then we hit a little bit of a peak. And again, there'll be peaks and valleys in between, but I would say 8 to 10 cents by end of March. And that's not including when the Veveverse comes out. Veveverse won't be out until, if not at least, again, the first iteration of the Veveverse is probably just going to be land. Maybe that, but I don't picture the full, or at least parts of the full Veveverse rolling out until late next year. Even though I think summer we'll probably get something, I really think Q3 or Q4 is when we'll actually get, oh, hey, now we're getting something. Like something really cool. So, yeah, we're going to burn a lot of stuff. And oh, God, I can't wait to burn so much OMI. Trillium says OMI's pumping. Heck yeah, it is. Dr. Doom says, yeah, and be the first one to dead cat bounce. Yes, that's true. Agreed. Nick Brett says, what's up, Randy? Joined late, so you're technically in the future from me, so I don't know if you've read the full thing yet, but does it say anything about converting gems to OMI? There will not. I should make that one of my titles. There will not be a gem to OMI conversion. Doctor says, yo, where did the shirt come from? Love you, Chavez. Thank you, the doctor. This came from the OMI company. They sent me this. They sent me a couple of other OMI shirts. They sent me a Veve Light over there. And I got a thank you for your support from David and Dan. I thought that was really heckin' cool also. Let's keep that right up there. So it's from them. Nick Brett says, if you answer it, I will eventually hear it. No problem. Dan Chabal says, $10,000 in OMI is not a lot compared to Randy's holdings, but it is a lot compared to the average user. That's also, again, yeah, 5 figures is, again, if you're living paycheck to paycheck, you've probably never had 5 figures in your bank. That's again, decent amount of my friends, like that's a rarity. If you're, hodled with a bunch of school debt and you're working somewhere that, doesn't pay too much, not because like you can't, just because that's your passion. It's like, okay, it's hard. That is very, and again, not everyone's going to be, sacrificing, their physical health, which I don't really recommend, but, to do investments. As like some people have kids to feed, some people, birthdays and stuff, things break. It's very, very hard to do. So yeah. And again, that's in America. That's in America where if you make, I think, $34,000 a year, you're in the top 1% in the world. I know in the 1% in the US, you have to make like $400,000 or $500,000 a year, I think, net. But if you expand that scope, it's if you make like $34,000, I think you're in the top 1% in the world, and that's not a lot of money. So, yeah, just kind of be advised. Moving on. Justin Jara says Okomi will always have good news when the price is doing poorly. they they have news every single day. It's great. Kick and Base says if we get DBZ, means we probably get other Bandai licenses such as Pac-Man. Dude, Pac-Man would be great. Bandai, I want Power Rangers. Dude, I want to learn how to play guitar just so I can do that riff from Power Rangers. Go, go, Power Rangers. Planet of Empire says, at Dan Trouble, agree, but it also rewards early supporters while the price is very low. Joe. Tor DeLand says, do you want it to be low to stake so even people with smaller bags can participate and contribute to the scarcity? Yeah, I would. I want tiers for everyone, whether you have not a lot of OMI or you have hundreds of millions of OMI. I want that because I want hundreds of millions of OMI locked up. And I want it for like 6 months or a year. The 30, 60, 90 days is not a long time. Because again, why not give amazing benefits for someone, that locks it up for a year or 2 years? Because guess what? If they go and they break open that stuff, it costs them 10% and that gets burned. Again, if they were to have something that you could lock up for a year and it's a million OMI to do so and it gives you crazy benefits, I would do that each week. So 1 week going into the other, every Friday or whatever, I'd lock up another million OMI, and then I would just have that cycle. I'll just have that cycle for a year, 52 times. So I can consistently get those benefits. And it's like, well, Chavez, why? Like, you would want other people to do that as well. Why? Because that locks up 52 million OMI. That's just for me. So again, I really do hope they do something like that in the future. I don't know what they could give, but yeah. Bruno says, it's a damage control article with almost no news in it. There's a lot of news in it. I mean, a lot of this stuff we have speculated before, but it's here. It's black and white. Again, they don't need to do any damage control. They could flip a switch and suddenly the marketing, everyone will know. When they decide to do it, if they decide to do it, everyone and their sister will know about Okomi. Christian Ross says, do you think Okomi should rebrand into Veve? I mean, they already own Veve, and I think that the name is, I think it's good. It's 2 repeating vowels, it's 2 repeating consonants. I like the simplicity of it. It's very easy to remember. It's very easy to say. It's fun. Veve. Fred Zhu Zhaokang says, Phase 1 for staking to come out, but it will be useless without Phase 2. Kind of funny. Is it? Let me see. Let's take a look-see. Oh god, where'd I go? Oh, it's reloading on me. Access, oh god. Phase 1. Accessory purchase with OMI? No, I mean, you don't need to have Phase 2 to have that. You get your OMI, Homie 3D, and profile badge. Access purchase, premier market listings, bonus on all points earned. Nah, it's fine. You could do Tier 1 and not do Tier 2 if you don't want. Wendy, how's it going, girl? How you doing, fam? Hope you're well. Insane says the fast track for gaining access to the tier you are fast tracked at the moment. So fast track 1 is to get to level 1. Otherwise, you need to wait 30 days. I don't think so, because again, what's the point of locking up $1,000 worth of OMI to wait 30 days and then you get it? Because then what happens? Like, then your OMI's no longer locked up. Like, do you just... Again, I don't think that's something you only have to do once. I think that's something you have to continuously do to keep getting those benefits. I really hope that's the case. I really hope that it's not a one-time thing. Yeah, stay for 30 days, now I get all these bonuses for the rest of my life. I really hope that is not the case. I think that would be pretty idiotic if they did that. I would hope that would be a continuous cycle. And to get to Tier 2, you have to do Tier 1. You could wait the 30 days. You could not pay that $250 of OMI. And then you could go right to Tier 2. But if you wanted to pay that $250 worth of OMI to burn that, you can get right to Tier 2. Again, I have no issues putting in that 20 grand just to be able to get all of it done. But again, maybe if I'm wrong, I really need to speak to the team about that. I really need to go like, all right, guys, help me out here. But we'll see. Chris Lawrence says, "Oh my God, I know, right?" Well, Lois says, "Insane." That's my understanding too. I don't know. I just don't read it like that. We need clarification here. Green Bean says, "Planet." Alan A says, "Yeah, fast tracking by burning." Fred Juije Quang says, "It's coming out in phases though, so staking is kind of useless till all phases are out." Well, burning might be useless until all phases are out. And again, hold on. Because again, why would you go to tier 2 just so you can... Well, again, burning NFTs for points. I didn't even see that before. I don't even know if I read it. Going to tier 2, secondary market trading in OMI. I would want that right away. But how many phases were we got? Phase 1 is just the staking and tier structure. Phase 2 is the OMI drop raffle. That I think is really important. Secondary market trading in OMI, that'll burn a lot of OMI as well. But phase 4 is the big one. That's accessory. Each one is really good. Staking tier structure, OMI drop raffle, market trading in OMI, and then the accessories. Again, premium market listings is cool, I guess. Renting collectibles, I'm really curious about that. I think the free market they'll set its own price. This is going to make people hodl their collectibles as well. And then the accessories, I think that's going to be the biggest one, to be honest. Mariano Lopez says, "I'm here forever because I like and enjoy the project." Not a bad comment. Just not happy there are never schedules or target dates to accomplish these phases. I agree, but I think I know why. It's because if people in the stock space are a little more patient, they're a little more older, and they just know how the world works. And when companies don't meet deadlines, it's like, all right, kind of sucks, but whatever, you get over it. If someone in a crypto project doesn't meet a deadline, break out the pitchforks. People are freaking nuts. So I think they've said like, hey, we want to have this. Like, originally, the Veve was supposed to come out in December. I was like, it's not coming out in December. Like I just knew, so I didn't even cover it back in the day. I was like, I didn't even mention it because I knew that would not come out in December. And when they say April of next year, I'm thinking like, nah, minimum summer, if not later next year. Because again, when a $1 trillion company like Tesla, where Elon Musk sets these like impossible standards and they don't meet them for months, if not years later, it's fine. Like it's just fine. But if we miss something by like a day, people have like their pitchforks out. I think that's just, and I'm gonna rustle a lot of jimmies with this. I think that's just the immaturity of the people in the project. They've just, this is their first time in finance, or whatever, and that's just what happens. So I think that's why they do not go and they give out any timelines anymore. Amara says, "So in the meantime, should people put their money in other coins that will pump in the near future, or because OMI might take a while?" JP's done that twice already. Well, JP did it once, worked for him, and he's doing it currently. Will it work for him again? Maybe. I guess. I mean, he's kind of a good guy, aside from the bot issue. But outside of that, I wouldn't do it. Like, even if we were on Coinbase right now and it was really easy for me to do, I would not do it. And again, I know that most likely, not financial advice, that we're probably not going to pump until January. I would not risk going on to another project right now. God forbid something happens, that other project, I can't do it. I can't. Omar says, "Randy, you were mentioned on Twitter Space for having a great amount of OMI." Oh, why, thank you, Omar. Fredri says 10,000 is bloody little. Yeah, no. But again, they might add more in the future. Malik Goin says, "Where can you get OMI?" Bitforex is usually the easiest, but you can do it on OKEX, and then Gate.io and Ascendex. But Bitforex is easiest. Fred says they need $1 million worth of OMI Club or something. I don't even think I'd be part of that now because OMI went down, so I would not be part of that. Ginferno says, "Hitmonkey Rare only has 1,000 editions. Earlier today was below 125 gems. Currently 128 seems really cheap." I think it is too. Right now there's a little bit of a gem squeeze. I farted. I'm so sorry. Ow. I also, oh my God. Just sat on my, oh God. That did not feel good at all. Yeah, right now there's a little bit of a gem squeeze because people are preparing for MTL, but that's really about it. That'll fix itself at some point. UC Nifty says, wonder if they plan to add extra tiers later. I think they will. Just says at Mariano Lopez, why to meet your own expectations because you're worried. I don't even know what that was in reference to anymore. Kick and Bay says they said they're open to suggestions, so you could let them know about the tier 4 whale idea. I think I will. Fred says, I like it because there's so many active burn, but when? Soon, please. Again, renting collectibles you're not going to be able to do until you're in the Veveverse. So I don't think that's going to be done until like late next year. Just my opinion. But the staking and the tier, that could come, I think, as soon as I think January. I think early next year. OMI drop raffle, they could probably do that. They might even do phase 2 before phase 1. And secondary, I think the first 3 phases, just got to wait till Immutable X. So probably Q1 of next year. I think phase 4 is just the one that's going to take a while. Because that renting collectible is going to be hard. Jake says, only thing I don't like is you have to stake OMI to be able to sell collectibles for OMI. That might be some people only way they can get OMI to stake. I mean, again, you'd have to do extra steps, but you can sell your NFTs for gems, cash them out in your native currency, then put that onto an exchange and then buy OMI that way. But yeah, it's more steps, but probably what is. Marius is not worried. Says just every company I have worked for have target dates and commitments as part of transparency. Again, I'm here forever. Not a bad comment. It was just a comment that I have. I've been holding OMI for 10 months without moving a cent, planning to hold 10 years if needed. And just as people ask for sorting NFTs improvements, I would like to see dates. That's it. I would also like to see a timeline of when they want to do it. And this way I could be like, okay, if they plan to have this, all of this completely done by next year, I'd say look for the year after. But again, those first 3 phases you could probably do in Q1 of next year. Because they don't seem that really labor intensive. It's Q4. It's that phase 4 that's going to be the issue. Which again is nothing to do with them like pressing a button. It's just that them finishing, or at least part of the Veveverse. Bad Hair Club said DBC confirmed. Mariano Lopez, I have 100 of good reasons why I'm here. Talking about dates does not mean make me a bad guy. Yeah, no, I get it. Better Club says, need to get past 0.0068 or OMI will dump again. I don't know if it will. That'd be good for some that wants to buy more. Because again, like, you know, whether it's this or 0.009, is anyone really going to sell? I for right now, I don't think it matters. You probably want the lower OMI just so you can buy more. Holdark says DBZ, Dragon Ball Z. It was just a reference in the article. Whippets Run says, in tech, dates are never met. Give the team a break. They are smart AF. Yeah, agreed. Holdar says, who said confirmed? It's not confirmed. He was just trolling. Goku's day is the 9th of May. Yeah, we love Goku. Is May 9th. Alien A says, wouldn't you only have to stake 100,000 total for tier 3? I don't think you have to add that much more to move up. Whatever it is, it's not a ton for me. Hopefully it's manga. Oh, that'd be great. Bad Hair goes like Astro Boy. Hey. What's it? That $1.99 super chat. Thank you. Saying they will probably add tiers as time goes on. I think so as well. Gooseneck says, can you not go straight into tier 3? I don't think so. I think you have to do the others to get into that, which I like. Bad Hair Club says, ha ha ha. In the article, it said 9,000. Maybe just a soft confirm. Probably nothing. Yeah, probably nothing. Inferno says, I wonder how KYC and MTL will affect kids using PV. Ooh, that's a good point. That's a really good point. I don't know. Wubba Wubba says, no buyer, don't pay fee at the moment with gems. No buyers don't pay fee at the moment with gems. I think we do. I think we just don't get it. Now, if we sell something, that 8.5% fee is the seller doesn't pay it. The buyer, like, let's say it's $138. I sell something for $100, 8.5% fee. I don't get $100. I get 91 gems and 50 cents. Um, Ivan Anderson says, it seems like the arbitrary barrier to structure the program so that you have to stake $5,000 worth of OMI to buy and sell with OMI. They should make it more accessible. I don't know. I mean, again, I would like to see everybody be able to be included with this, which, yeah, maybe they should make that like a tier 1 or something. But I also, I want to be able to, yeah, I think we could do both then. If they have a lot of feedback where people are just like, listen, I only have a couple $1,000s worth of OMI, I can't stake for that, tier 2. Again, not everyone has $5,000, so probably be a good idea. But I don't know. We'll see. Then says, are there any doubts towards Ethereum? No. Not for me, anyway. Amara says, hey, Randy, what do you think the end of year price will be? It'll probably be around 0.008, maybe 0.009. Maybe around there. Unless they get on exchanges in December, in which case they do. Derek Hogan says, when will we swap to immutable? I mean, we're currently on phase 2 right now of the swapping to immutable, but I'm going to say we'll be in phase 3 in like December, and we'll get exchanges January-ish. Dunn says, major green candles I've seen. A Vampire says, OMI living its life like a green candle in the wind. That's great. Bad Hair Club says, Pokedex and balls, then venture out in the verse to catch them. Oh, I would love that. Guys, I don't know if you guys understand how much I love Pokemon. I've spent more time doing Pokemon-related things than anything else in my life. Maybe sleep, but I've spent most of my waking hours doing Pokemon-related stuff in my entire life. More than anything else. So, yeah, it's very... I've been waiting for this. This is... And not everybody... Like, there's a total of 6 people that I've brought into this from the Pokemon trading card game universe. And 3 of them are like brothers. They're all brothers. So that is nothing. That is nothing compared to the people that are out there that have... And not... Like, the people that I have into this, they're not like... Oh yeah, I got like $50. No, like one dude that I met at DesignerCon had 8 Elsas. You don't get 8 Elsas without being like having a little bit of money. God, that was nuts. I'm so jealous. I'm so jealous. Yeah. There are some whales in Pokemon. There are actually some people in Pokemon that aren't actually interested in Pokemon. They just cross collect. They're whales in, let's say Magic or baseball, and they just want the best of the best. They want the top of the top. So look at the Charizard, look at the trophy cards. Yeah. Moving on right here. Justin says Randy made 90K in the last 50 minutes. Let's see what we got here. Let's see what it went up. Maybe it did. Well, let's see where we're at. Oh my god, that went huge. Let's say it was 0.0062, and now it's at 0.0067, so 115.0005. That was about 57 grand. It was just nice. Mike says, I just bought 700,000 OMI. Dude, my man. Getting it while it's down. Dude, good for you, mate. Insane says, the question is, if OMI 10x, can you scale out of your staking program or just all or nothing? Well, if OMI 10x is, again, if you just want to wait the 30 days if you're in tier 3 to cash, again, even at 10xing, if given the opportunity, gun to my head, cash out everything now, at $7 million, or no, or keep it, wait for the next bull run. I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna wait for the next bull run. I'm not cashing out at that. Not when you have this much. I would maybe scale a little bit, and I would take a little off the top, enough to pay taxes, enough or whatever. But that's it. Better closes. Want drop now past 0.0068. Nice. Frank says, I got all the OMI for my dad purchased by last night. I'm so glad I got in before the article. Dude, good for you, mate. Justin said, Decentraland plot sold for $2.4 million. Oh, yeah. And that's just in Decentraland, man. We've got more users already. A-list UAV says, Randy sold his VV sign for OMI. No, it's over there. I swear. I even have the sticker up here, right above my fridge, where you should totally check out Star Helix, Kyle Willson, and Veve Vault, and at EQ_crypto, at Not Star Helix, and at Hey David Don. Right, Dashy? Yeah. Good show. Thanks, Justin. Amara says, I should have invested in Gala, Sand, and Mana, since OMI will take some time, and I could take profits from those and put even more into OMI. Yeah, I get it. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. I should have done the same. OMI Player 1 says, great job as always, Randy. Thank you. No problem. MBZ says, appreciate you, Randy. Ah, thanks, fam. Justin says, don't feel bad. Nothing would feel worse than missing the OMI tsunami, especially if you knew. That's a good point. Gooseneck says, Sandbox and Mana are garbage. They will tank in a week. I think all Metaverse coins are just pumping right now, except for OMI. I don't know if they'll tank, but I mean, they've gone up so much. Yeah, they definitely need a breather. Fred says, oh, he's flying. Yeah. Jose says, 1 million users times $1,000 is $1 billion. Yeah, it is. It is. It's a good point. Insane says, wow, what a pump. Does his whales not selling? No, whales would not sell here. Like, out of all, and I know a lot of whales, and not just ones that are like me, ones that completely make me feel small. They're not, so like a couple of them will sell a little bit at 6 cents, and then they'll scale up. But yeah, they're going to be 100 millionaires easy. A couple of them be billionaires. It's insane, absolutely bananas. Mickey says, this article is a joke. We are waiting for the real version with real prizes. I mean, these are, again, I'm pumped for this, and I have a lot to lose or gain if the article was bad and I was pissed off, you would be able to tell. I'd be like, all right, guys, I'm out. I would just I don't know, like and I'm not being like naive, like fanboyish, like again, if there was something, again, I loved my Pokemon cards. I started this channel covering Tesla and Pokemon sales data, and I switched to OMI. If there was a better investment out, like Veve doesn't pay me. I don't work for Veve. Like, they don't just be like, Chavez, you did really good this week, and we add you an extra, $300. They don't do that. Do I have loyalty to the company? Yeah, sure, they made me a millionaire. But do I? No. If there's a company out there that's better than Veve and the opportunity is a lot better, like, I would go there. I have no issue changing. Well, again, earlier this year, I was all about Bitcoin, and then, after really learning about the blockchain and learning about OMI and just all kinds, like, yeah, it's stupid for me to, and I turned mid plan. I would do that again if I saw a better investment, but I haven't seen any yet. So yeah. Frankie Boy, so what's the price now? Like 0.0068 ish. And says, by the way, if you can try to reach out to Raoul Pal, he's amazing, and an interview with both of you would be highly watchable. Well, thank you. I have heard that before, actually. Alnaeus is only up 3.5%. It was up like 10% before, but again, that's from before. OMI Player 1 says, when OMI token equals ERC20, token buyers equals exchanges, Randy's price targets. MBZ says, I'm rolling with Randy. Huddle. Ray Grenade says, I sold most of my OMI for Immutable X. I mean, short term is probably a good move. Immutable X went from down here to up there, but I would get back into OMI if that were me. Ivan says, I ran into some unexpected car trouble and had to sell almost 1 million OMI. The hard decision I've had to make. Still have a good... All right, I'm glad you still have a good bag left. Honestly, and again, I don't have any money right now. Oh, I have a little bit, but not a ton. If my car broke down and I couldn't do anything, I'd be like, all right, I guess I'm not going anywhere. I guess I'm just gonna walk everywhere. I would not. And it's like, Charles, I gotta get to work. I'd be homeless. I would not sell. I'm not selling that. I feel like John Q in that movie where it's like, I'm not gonna bury my son. I am not gonna sell OMI. You can't make me. You can't make me. I'm not doing it. Not heckin' selling. Okay, we have a 90-minute Patreon member shout out here. What's it gonna be? Quandary. If you're out on the road, feeling lonely and so cold, all you have to do is call my name and I'll be there on the next train. Where you lead, I will follow anywhere. Alright, moving on. That you tell me to. Justin says, pull a George Bailey. I don't even get the reference. All Chat Gaming says Gundam. Air TV says renting collectibles. I know, right? Only Player One says I might be able to rent Walt. Oh, if you have multiple. Honestly, even if you didn't have multiple Walts and you just want to rent yours out, like, yeah, I'm going on vacation. I'll rent my Walt out for 3 days. All Chat says, yo, what up, Brody? Sick shirt. Oh, why, thank you, All Chat Gaming. I got it from the Veve. Ooh, my back. Moleculism says OMI needs like 10 tiers of staking. That would lock stuff up and drive the price through the roof. I think so too. I think we need one tier that's below this, or at least move that from tier 2 to tier 1 so that people can sell their stuff for OMI pretty, quickly if they don't have a lot. And we need like a bunch of tiers for like, all right, stake $10,000 worth of OMI, or I think that's tier 3. Stake $25,000 worth of OMI. Stake $100,000 worth of OMI. Yeah. Because again, $100,000, when it reaches 10 cents, that's only 1 million OMI. So that'll happen soon. Someone's gonna be like, oh, staking $100,000, who could do that? Well, if you have 2 million OMI, yeah, no, you don't have that right now. But when this reaches 10 cents, that's just staking half. So yeah. And I want OMI to be locked up for longer. Justin says the hype around this coin is unmatched. I believe it is. Fred says OMI needs to move to IMX first before staking can happen. Yeah. And again, we're in phase 2 now. I think phase 2 will finish mid-December, and phase 3 when we get on there, hopefully by the time that ends, will be in early January, maybe even late December. But I'm gonna say early January for now for the exchanges. Only Player One says, if we hold this green candle, OMI, we good for Randy's target soon. Again, we got to get on more exchanges, but yeah, that'd be nice if I was wrong. Ruben Parker says, damn it, Randy, I'm sick of hearing you getting another 500,000 OMI like it's nothing. I have only 500,000 OMI, and that's all I had in the barrel. Only joking, though. Good stuff. Again, I will never be able to go and be like, oh, yeah, I got another 10 million OMI again. It's just not there. I don't have $70,000 to do that. Even if I did, I would have to save some for taxes next year. Timothy Lamadary says, what's with the 0.5% buyer's OMI fee? Explain. I think instead of paying the 2.5% OMI fee, if you're staking, you can only pay 0.5% or 0.25%. I think that's what that means. And says, wait, if you rent collectibles, do the one who rents get the MCP points? Wow, that'd be amazing. I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know. Brendan Z says, love it. Fred Zui says, at Insane, I think they give you Master Collector points since they won't give you OMI. Well, you could probably rent in OMI as well. But, yeah, I'm not sure. Well, Boba says you have to keep staking the amount to keep the benefits. Yeah, that makes sense. I just want to put mine on auto stake. Brendan Z says, probably an auto restake function. Oh, that's what I was just thinking. Yeah, All Tech Gaming, give me the fire. The Ripper says, favorite Season 3 collectible. I think it's going to be, I don't know. Let's see. It's probably going to be a Harley Quinn one. Let's take a look-see, shall we? Apologies, guys, for all the messages. I'm just 61 million OMI burn today, which is pretty nice. Let's take a look here. Let's go to the drops. Oh, Storm I really like. Hitmonkey I really like. Elsa. Iron Man, the Avengers logo, Alligator Loki. I think the Harley Quinn, I would say, and she's a common, but it's just the classic Harley Quinn. I don't even know what she's at right now. It's probably pretty cheap, $61. That's I don't know. I really like Harley Quinn. Alligator Loki, that secret rare though. That's only 800 of them that were made, and you can get it for $1,000. Wow. So again, that's just my. I don't even know if I have anything on the market right now. I don't think I do. I don't have anything. It's the Necronomicon book. I listed for $2K. I don't know why. I just haven't taken it off yet. Ultra Game says Omi-Wan Kenobi 3D and profile badge. Heck yeah. Fred says at Wubba Wubba, I think the staking should be auto restake. Doesn't make sense to not make it auto. Yeah, I think so also. Joe Ruloda says, sorry if I missed you talking about this, but what is the rent collectibles option for tier 3 staking about? That's if, and again, this is kind of hypothesizing here, if you have something that you can do in the Viviverse that you can only do with a certain character, or if you just want to roll around, like let's say if we're playing Monopoly and you want to play with a Walt, or if you want to play with a Harley Quinn, and so you can rent them out for like a couple of gems a day or something like that. I think you can do that. Judd says, crypto people are crazy for real. We are. Wubba says, yeah, I mean, you have to keep it there or you lose your benefits. Can't withdraw. Yeah, which is fine. I have no issue doing that. MBZ says, $VRA. And that's the other thing. What you'll be able to do also is, as the price of OMI goes up, you'll actually be able to withdraw some of that OMI, because if you're staking $10,000 worth of OMI, and then OMI triples, now you're staking $30,000. So you have to, you'll be able to get that back, which is really cool. But at the same time, if you put in $10,000 worth of OMI, and then OMI goes down, and then your 3 months is up, you're going to have to add more in. So just be aware of that. Yeah, I mean, you have to buy it there or you lose your benefits, can't withdraw. Agreed. I mean, you can withdraw, but it's a 10% fee, so I hope everybody withdraws. We burn a lot. $VRA, I'm not sure what that is. Evan Fuji says, most likely staking doesn't happen until immutable migration. Yeah, that's correct. XRP, I would not go into XRP. All Chat Gaming says, I looked up vehicle on Veve and that No Time to Die NFT came up. Really? Interesting. Kieran Kramer says, why have the staking amount in dollars and not OMI? Big love, Sir Randy. Oh, why, thank you. I don't know. I think it's just because, again, if they say, oh yeah, you have to stake, 100,000 OMI, and then 100,000 OMI is suddenly a lot more, I think that's why. I think they want to make it the set dollar amount, and however much OMI equals that dollar amount is fine. Yeah. Iron Kiwi says, yo, guys. Hope you're all having a great night. Thanks for the live, Randy. I'll be listening in on my long drive home. Experiencing huge flooding here in BC, Canada. Well, Iron Kiwi, thank you for coming by. I really hope that everything is okay and everyone's safe. Yeah. I'll keep going for a little while for you. Oh, yeah. Gooseneck says, I've never seen a crypto project move as fast as a Comey. Nobody's even close. I agree. This is why I love the company. This is why I just love... And I was with a couple of friends before, and the two dudes that I was with that happened to be into investing at least a little bit. I was like, did you buy a Comey yet? Did you buy OMI? And like, nah, I didn't. And why? Because of the process. It's a pain in the butt. So again, if I could explain to somebody new that's here saying, yeah, it's a pain in the butt, but guess who's not buying OMI now? Everybody else. Guess who will buy OMI as soon as it's on more exchanges? Everybody else. So you probably want to get in before everybody else does. That being said, moving on. Not financial advice. Will we be able to buy Veve by Immutable X coin? I imagine that when we're on an exchange, you might be able to buy OMI with Immutable X coin if they allow that. I don't see why they wouldn't. OMI Player 1 says, I'm riding this with you, brother. MBZ says, how come Gary Vee be hating in the recent interview? He be faking the funk too much. I don't think he was hating. He even posted a video on Instagram, 2 of them, that he's got much love for Veve. I think he was just taken back. That interview was mostly about his book, but then when asked about NFTs, it's going like this, and then again he's backing Recur, so he probably just didn't want to. I think he just got caught off guard. My opinion. Bob Liber TJ says, "Did you see Marciano Finanza's video? I did not. Can someone send that to me?" Mariano Lopez, "Keep up the good work, Randy. I enjoy watching your live streams." Thanks, guys. You guys are great. I enjoy doing them. Gotta answer the questions. Molecule says, "Being able to rent out your collectibles is the biggest thing in the program. That's passive income. Everyone should want that." And again, we are so privileged. We are able to get a lot of these collectibles that have very few mints, and everyone's going to want to try to get these. And if you can't buy them, rent them. And there are some people that might have a rent to own type of deal, where they say, okay, it'd be similar to like layaway, like, hey, you can use this and rent them for a certain amount of day, and let's say the floor price is $1,000. Pay $1,500. Not all at once, but each day, and then you could buy it. Maybe they'll have that type of deal. Honestly, though, rent. I sold most of my all of my, what's that called, doubles of the collectibles. So I have a lot of single ones left. Like I had a couple of like the common Captain Americas. I have one common Captain America. I'll still be able to rent out that whole set and whatever. I think renting out sets would be good too. But I'm letting you guys, again, I've let you guys know now the past few weeks, I'm going hard on Pokemon. That's gonna be the one I'm spending the most money on. Whippet says, "You just burned $2,500 worth of OMI and you're in tier 3. You don't have to go through." Oh, if you don't, okay. If that's fine, then that's fine. That way I don't have to burn as much. BK Ben says, "If OMI is still saying to buy OMI 1-bit 4x and OKEX, does that mean the transfer is going to take longer?" Whether it's OKEX or bit 4x, I don't know which one's faster, but they are all probably relatively the same speed. Wubba Wubba says, I think OKEX might be easier. Wubba Wubba says, "Yes, sellers pay all the fee, but the OMI transaction buyers have to pay the extra fee." That's my understanding. Yes, it is. Moleculism says, "You can start off at tier 3 and you won't have to pay fast tracking." Oh, okay. All right, I guess I read that wrong. I'm sorry, guys. El Hex says, "I got a notification that Akomi was up, so I figured it had to be the OMI utility article." There you go. We got it. Craig's Coin Purse says, "Big Randy just got another $1 million OMI." Dude, Craig, congrats, brother. All hail. Moleculism says, "This program will incentivize a lot of Veve customers to become OMI homies and OMI millionaires." I think so too. We got Bob Liber TJ says, "I barely have 160,000 OMI." I think it'll be 100,000 there one day. Hodl till we get to $1. You'll get that this decade. Midnight Runner says, "You can divulge a percentage of OMI that you, as a whale, might stake based on this new info. Can you stake more OMI than just tier 3 limit?" Unfortunately, right now, no. Unfortunately, right now, $20,000 worth of OMI is not a lot for me. So let me see. And I think you can just go to stake to tier 3 right now, so it's not even 20, but I'd have to stake like 2 million OMI, 3 million, whatever, 3 million OMI to get this, so it's not a lot, but I'll do it. And that at some point there should be more tiers. I hope so. Pong Meh says OpenSea is dead. Is it? The IT guy says, "Just tuned in. Are you happy with the article? Saw The Offspring tonight. I am so heckin' jealous. I will sing The Offspring for my 2-hour Patreon member shout out. I'm gonna write that down. Where? Offspring. Okay. I'm pretty happy with it. And again, this is just the first version of it. They will add other things, so I'm hoping they add stuff for whales, so they can lock up a lot of OMI. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. Craig says, article is bullish to me. Same it is. Jalen Patterson's Pokemon Day, February 26th. I thought it was February 27th or 28th. But either way, it's late February. And David even addressed this in the AMA last week. He says, like, yeah, just because, a certain day is coming up doesn't mean we'll have something on that day pertaining to that IP. Like, don't expect Pokemon to, like, change their clothes or anything for a certain day. Which I thought was really weird. It said clothes. But he even mentioned Pokemon like that. Like, again, he was just using it as an example. Like, don't expect Pokemon to come out just because it's Pokemon Day type of deal. He said they'll come out when they come out. It's just really weird how he used that Pokemon reference. Mr. Collector says, let's freaking go! El Heck says, where can I find the article? It's on their Twitter. It says, OMI gonna pump hard soon. At some point it will. Crypto Splash says, I lost 3 million OMIs. Now I only have 4. How'd you lose the 3 million OMIs? Oh my god, no. Sad face. El Hex is where the article at. It's on the Twitter. Walber says, 1 OMI will equal $20 US in 2 years. That would be insane. I don't think that'd happen, but that'd be insane. El Hex says, anybody? Yeah. On the Twitter. IT guys says, article link on a Comey Twitter feed. Josh B says, it'll be nuts if Eevee does some Pokemon drops with the Pokeball throw just for the... Oh, God. That'd be insane. Again, that'd be blind... That'd be amazing if it was blind boxes, but it's blind Pokeballs. Oh, which one? Which one? You don't know who you're going to get. Oh, my God. I'm really curious, too, if Eevee would actually be in the drops as well, like with the starters and with Pikachu, just because, recently they've had a... Eevee is Gary Oak's Pokemon. Ariana Grande has Eevee tattooed on herself, and, let's go Eevee. Let's go Pikachu. Let's go Eevee. In Pokemon Conquest, you have 2 things. You could either start off as a Pikachu, or you could start off as Eevee. So yeah, there are some really, really good games and really good things with Eevee, and made a whole episode about the Eevee bros, where one evolved to a Jolteon, a Flareon, and a Vaporeon. Even in the Pokemon manga, they had a whole machine. Up that Pokemon manga, up until that time, Eevee was an experiment by Team Rocket, and they had a machine that required all 8 badges to be able to... It was insane. It was nuts. I'm not going to give it away, but it was insane. All Chat Gaming says, love you all. We're all going to be filthy rich. Patience is a virtue. We will be. Doesn't says, you couldn't burn the calories walking back from Taco Bell. I could. I literally, as soon as the article came out, I said, guys, I gotta go. I gotta bounce. I ran to my car. I was like, why did I park so far away? I was running like Double D from Ed and Eddie. I was like, it was so stupid. Sorry. I just kind of caught a glimpse of myself going, if I ever have kids, which I do not want, they're going to be like, Dad, why are you so embarrassing? I was like, I'm sorry. This is what I do. Craig's Coin Purr says, I'd like to see 6 and 12 month staking. Yes, my man. I would also. Mark Hutton says, we need an unlimited tier for the whales. The billion OMI holders aren't even going to feel 10K leave their wallet. Agreed. Midnight Run says, the majority of OMIs held in wallets that hold tons more OMI than what's offered to stake in these tiers. I know. Mark Hutton says, according to Alex and Spaces, renting and renting out is only available to people that stake 10K or more. Yes, it is. I'm going to rent out my collectibles. Ben Carter says, thinking to start a gem loan shop in the Veveverse. I don't know if that'd be... I don't know. That would be interesting. I'd really want to be a bank as well. Shadow Dog says, I've had 1.6 million OMI since Randy had 12 million. Now he has 115 million. I have 1.6 million. Get some more. I don't put in any more money than you're not willing to lose. And definitely don't put yourself in a bad position. Please don't. Alltech Gaming says, but they want to do time releases. LOL. Time releases? Green Goblin says, am I late? At 12:11 a.m. Well, I'm actually only a couple minutes behind. It's weird how I got caught up so quickly. About hour 47 minutes late, but it's okay. It's okay. Ask me anything. Ray said, would you rather hold OMI or Immutable X? I feel like Immutable X is already what OMI is aiming to be. Yeah, I'd rather hold OMI. Ray says, and was same market cap recently? Wow, yeah, I can't. I'd much rather hold OMI than anything else right now. Harish asks, Randy, do you think they should have introduced purchasing collectibles with OMI in phase 1 instead of phase 3? Whales want to use crypto. If you're a whale, they could tell you $100,000. It doesn't matter. If you're a whale, that doesn't matter. I'm more worried about the people selling, because you want this OMI to go in the hands of hodlers. So when people are selling for OMI, that's probably because again, what's the point of getting OMI? If you're not going to get OMI just so you could turn it into fiat, you could just do that with gems. You want OMI because you know OMI's going to moon. So that's what I'm worried about. The whales, they'll pay whatever price to be able to buy with OMI. Why? Because they have a lot more purchasing power. So yeah, I really hope that. Because again, staking 10,000 OMI right now is it's a little bit. It's a little bit. It's it's a lot, but taking $10,000 worth of OMI right now, it's still a little bit, but $10,000 worth of OMI in like 3 months when we're up here, that's going to be nothing. So I really can't wait for that. Green Goblin says, nice to see you got hooked up with the Veve merch. I know, right? I was very excited about it. Brendan Z says, I love Randy streams at night. Yeah, I like him too. It was a good night. Night's gonna be a good night. Mark Allen says, Gem Loan Shark, I'm gonna break your digital. That would be fun. Harris X says, at Ray, Immutable X does not really build NFTs, if I understand it correctly, but Veve does, so they're not really the same. I think Immutable X will with like TikTok and maybe something else, or at least TikTok's gonna build it on the Immutable X platform. Not 100% sure now, but we'll see. I really can't wait to get to 100 likes. I'm at 84 right now. Marcon says, ankles, if I don't get my gems back. Yes, I agree. Sleeping Comics says, Randy, tell me what to do. Right now, we don't have to do anything. This won't be rolled out probably for another couple of months. Phases 1, 2, and 3 we should get very quickly next year. Phase 4 might take a little while. But I can't wait. Wibbit says, we have 12 months staking. After 90 days, you get the benefits. What was that? But if you pull out, you lose benefits. We have timeless stake. Yeah, I guess that's true. We could just have it auto-click. But what I want is instead of an auto-refresh, I want something where you get to stake for 6 months or a year and get even more rewards. Gooseneck says, Immutable X would be nothing without Veve. That is their biggest partnership. They have nothing else worth talking about. Again, they have TikTok. I think they have Tommy Balhue. But yeah, Veve that's gonna be one of the biggest companies in the world. So yeah, it's gonna be the biggest on Immutable X. I think already it's an insane amount of users. Just says sleeping, not sleeping. Sleeping says LOL. Arcon says, I want Cavell merch, but I really want that authentic TM above the logo. Yeah, I guess Veve doesn't have that. Maybe we'll be able to purchase that with OMI at some point. That'd be great. I would totally buy like a beanie. Love those. Brendan Z says TikTok NFTs are already selling on Immutable X. Oh, very good, very good. Good for them. Josh says, I heard you talk about XRP. What's your thoughts on it? I am rooting for XRP because am I Rorschach and Watchmen? An attack on one, I can't do it, my voice hurts. But an attack on one is an attack on all. I want XRP to win the lawsuit. It'll probably go up a little bit. But at the same time, Ripple does not need XRP. They do not. It is very centralized. I would not buy it, but I am rooting for them because, again, what's good for them, and if they win that lawsuit, that's good for all crypto. If they lose, that's bad. So I'm really rooting for them. Brendan Z says, yeah, the TM is clean. Official. Mike Mietzio says, sleepin'. We all love the sleeping here. John says, is there any Sophia Diamond? Why does that sound so familiar? I don't know. Not 100% sure yet. Moving on. Harris says, they have a phase 4? What did I miss? The article only listed till tier 3. But the phases go to phase 4. I'll read them again real quick. Phase 1 is just the staking and the tier structure, and that goes to tier 1, 2, and 3. Phase 2 is the OMI drop raffle, where you're going to be able to buy raffle tickets for OMI. And if you, let's say you put $1,000 worth of OMI in there so you can get a guaranteed drop. If you get selected and you get that character drop, yeah, you pay for that in gems like normal, but that OMI is burned. If you put in, let's say, $5,000 and you don't get the drop, that OMI is returned to you. Perfect. Phase 3 is a secondary market trading in OMI, being able to buy and sell in the market with OMI. So the OMI drop, like I said, this should all happen pretty quickly in Q1 of next year. But phase 4, and this is my big one, I think, is because the accessories, being able to buy stuff for your avatar or for your collectibles or just for your house in the Veveverse, that's going to be huge. You're also going to get premium market listings, so you can be able to even whatever your... So you won't just see the floor prices, you'll just see the premium market listings, and then you'll see everything else. And renting collectibles. That's going to be big. It's a lot of residual income. A lot. Gooseneck says, TikTok NFTs, what kind of nonsense is that? I think it's just of like the really big NFTs of the really big content creators. On Player One's Immutable X also has Gods Unchained, pretty popular. That's a really good one as well. Oh, Josh says, too risky because of the circumstances. I agree. Yeah. Renzi says, buying VV NFTs 24/7. Yeah. Green Goblin says, would your staked OMI value still go up and down with the market price? Yeah, of course. Just because, yeah, it is. So again, if you stake $10,000 worth of OMI, and then 3 months later, suddenly OMI doubles, well, you can take half of that back. But if it goes down by 50%, well, then you have to add, double in there. Reagan A says, Immutable X, a layer 2 solution for Ethereum? Yes, it is. Gooseneck says, none of these games on Immutable X will be ready for years. Well, what other games are there? I don't think TikTok's going to have games. Maybe Tommy Bayou might have something. But Gods Unchained, is that not ready yet? I don't know. But we'll have light gamification probably late next year. Mark Cohen says, after this article, do you still think OMI is a better investment than the collectibles? Because it sounds like you're using OMI to get these exclusive collectibles. You can use this OMI to get exclusive collectibles, and I will. But you're also going to be able to, they didn't even mention land yet. So I'm actually thinking that because they didn't even mention that, and again, this is their first iteration of the article, we probably won't get land maybe until 2023, which is fine by me. But yeah, you're able to do OMI to NFT, you're able to pay license fee. Again, the accessories in the Veveverse. What was that? Was it Markion, right? Yeah. But some people hodl it just to hodl it. Just because they're going to be able to go and get, it's going to go up. You don't necessarily need to go and buy collectibles. You just hodl just to hodl. But I still think OMI is going to be better than most collectibles. Obviously, there are some that OMI can't compete with. That just some collectibles go like 1,000x like stupid quickly. It's nuts. It's nuts. Or 100x, I should say, more than that. Like the Donnies, the hymns, the Secret Rare. Secret Rare Spider-Man only really went 10x is 4,000, 40x, still freaking lot of money. And Justin says 2-hour lullaby member. So, Music Time says, hey Randy, could you see them requiring a specific collectible to enter a land in the Veveverse, which will make renting valuable? I don't know if they would want to limit that. Because, again, let's say if they had something to go into, I don't know, like Marvel, no, because why would you limit other people going in there? Because, again, you could charge a lot for advertising. If somebody wants to put in Orbit Gum on, like, a billboard there, again, why would you would get less money if less people go in. And the less people that go in, the less money spent. So you would probably want to have as much people go. Will they have exclusive parts? Maybe. But for the most part, I think it'll be pretty open. Harris says, thanks for the recap. It's midnight. I'm sleepy, but enjoying the live stream. Aw, thanks, man. Yeah, so music time. I think just renting in general, like just the finite amount of collectibles, people just want to rent stuff. Brendan Z says, as long as OMI does a 2x-ish, I should be able to sustain tier 3. Fingers crossed. Get that. Brendan, you've got a lot of collectibles. You have also a lot of, what's that called? You have a lot of those, those ghost bears. And we have a 2-hour Patreon member shout out. Show me how to lie, you're getting better all the time. Let's turn it all against the one. It's an art that's hard to see. Another clever word sets off an unsuspecting herd. And as you step back into the line, a mob jumps to their feet. So dance, flapper, dance, man, you never had a chance. And no one even knew it was really only you. And now you've seen the way. Alright, moving on. Reagan says, I think Gods Unchained has 20 million weekly users. Oh my god, I don't know how true that is. I don't play it. That's a lot. Justin says, BZ, what if it dumps? Ooh, then Brenda's like, rip me. Marcon says, what if you need a certain collectible to get a specific land, like Farmer with Shogun on DBZ for farmland, or Spider-Man for Queens? Oh, that'd be interesting. I don't know. I don't know if they'll do that. And says, I think the first games are around Marvel Mighties. Oh, that'd be great. I have almost all of them. I'm missing 2. Brendan Z says, Master Collector number 1, Secret Rare has 700x off of drop price. That's a good point. That's not Master, that's Marvel Comics number 1. I just derped on that. Only Player 1 says, from your experience in Earth 2, would you say owning land will be key in Veveverse? I'm not even going to finish the rest of that. Yes, 100%. Location, location, location. I'm not making the... I could have bought Empire State Building. I could have bought Pyramids of Giza. I could have bought all these amazing things. And I didn't. And I lost out on tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars. Not making that same mistake here. I was a noob in the metaverse when Earth 2 came out, but I'm taking that experience here, and yeah. And now I've got the capital. Excuse me. Hey, Dashi. Also says, maybe leasing some of the land or charging for entering Chaveztopia or something. I could definitely lease the land and rent it out. I don't want to charge people to get into Chaveztopia. Ow, my knee. I want to be able to go, and I think that should be free to get in. But to be able to do stuff like the activities, maybe do, charge for that. Renting out, let's say, some of the cars, for racing. I don't know. That might be cool too. Or free entry with ways to make money. Yes, that too. And Brendan Z's like, Ghost Bears, baby! Joe says, I don't know his name. Was music time. Oh, yeah, right? Marcon says, Brandon, the Ghost Bear Master. He is. Brendan Z's laughing. Justin was like, I was like Randy. Is nuts. A little bit. Marcon says, am I following you on Twitter, Brendan? I see you every day on Randy's stream. Dude, Brendan Z's like always there first. He's always the first. I love him. He's great. Brendan Z, I wish I could have seen you at DCon. Can't believe you met everybody else but me. I'm kind of thinking this whole conspiracy theory that you weren't really there, but everyone just all banded together, like that one Spanish thread on Reddit, and everyone's like, yeah, let's tell him Brendan Z was here. For those of you that don't know that story, it was some guy asked Reddit, like, hey guys, like, I think Reddit's in Spanish, like, does anyone know how to get out of this or turn it back to English? And everyone banded together, and they just all responded in Spanish. It was the funniest freaking thing. Like, I've never seen the internet come together like that. That was beautiful. That was insane. All Chat Gaming says Offspring. Nice. Yeah, somebody here just came from an Offspring concert, so I was just like, yeah, I'm doing Offspring. Lord of the Realms says, can't wait to be raking in all the benefits from Master Collector Program and OUP. Let's get this bread. Only Player 1 says, let's go! Does says, Cavell going live. What time zone he in? I think he's in Chicago, so he's in... For him, it's 11:30. For me, it's 12:30. Only Player 1 says, Brendan, in all streams, LOL. Real old OG. He is. Mike says, who else thinks staking OMI should give OMI rewards? No, that would not be good. Brendan Z. Prayer hands. Guys, my voice is killing me. It's already Thursday. Happy Thanksgiving, by the way. I have to go to the gym tomorrow before the drop. I will be live in about 10 hours to do the drop. So I have to floss, I have to brush my teeth, I have to go to bed, I have to go and... Owie! Big headache. Go to the gym before I come back and stream. So, yeah. Veilfinger says, it's out! OUP! I know, I've been live for 2 hours now. But I took a pic with homies. It's on their Insta and my FA. All right. Veilfinger says, let's go. It says we have a lot to be thankful for. We do, man. We do. Can I get up to 90 likes? I'm at 89 right now, so I can get that before I go. Everyone say bye-bye to Dashi. Bye-bye, Dashi. And everyone, please remember to check out Star Helix, Kyle Willson, and Veve Vault on YouTube, and at, not Star Helix, at HeyDavidDon, and at EQ_crypto on the Twitter. It is bad because if you stake and you get more OMI, then that OMI is created from nothing. And that'll be add to the circulating supply, and the value of OMI will go down. So you don't want that. Thanks for those likes, guys. Player One's happy Thanksgiving. Thanks for the updates always. Thank you. Oh, thank you guys. I love you. And thank you guys for the super chats. Love you all. Everyone. Bye-bye, Dashi. I love you guys. I'll see you all in the morning. All right, goodbye. Meow, 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 meow. Does anyone know if MTL is still rolling out this week? Some of it this week for the beta users, and then more as the weeks go on. All right, goodbye, guys. Meow, 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 meow.